Guys, I'm going somewhere very interesting. I'm going to the Shrimp Tower. Everyone knows about the Lotte Tower, one of the tallest skyscrapers in the world, located in Seoul, South Korea, but no one is talking about the Shrimp Tower. Yeah, no one is talking and going to the Shrimp Tower, which may as well be the greatest tower in the world. And it's only 14 kilometers away from Bucheon, so I'm walking. Going on a lovely walk to Shrimp Tower. And at the same time also checking out the coastline of Seoul. The Shrimp Tower is by the sea. I bet you also have never heard of the Shrimp Tower, so stick with me until the end and we will fill that gap of knowledge and you will finally see the Shrimp Tower. Honestly, I hate the Kakao navigation app, so today I'm using this Naver, another popular navigation app in Korea. The main difference that I see right away is that it doesn't show how many calories this walk is going to take you. At the same time it shows how many steps you are going to take, and for me this is going to be around 20,000. So a little bit more than my daily usual in Seoul. Our daily average so far has been around 14,000 steps a day. This is where I am right now. 3 kilometers later. And it looks like I'll be walking along this busy road now for some time. This may not be the most beautiful road, but I'm just taking the shortest one because it's already almost 4 p.m. and I want to make it to the Shrimp Tower today before the sunset. This road here, it's massive. I hope I'll be able to go across this road. So I think I will need to go to the other side. Oh, okay. I thought this is the place where I turn around, because I saw this and I thought maybe you cannot go further. But you can. Oh, okay. Okay, so it turns out that I don't have to go across the road because there is this under bridge road. And this one here. I think we have been on this road because it goes to Incheon Grand Park, a very cool park in this part of the city. Right now I'm in Incheon. It's a part of Seoul metropolitan area, and I'm actually wondering, what do local people call it? Do they say that they are living in Seoul or in Incheon? I don't know. Behind me, this is the Incheon Grand Park. For me, for example, it's all Seoul. this whole big area, but I don't know what do local people call it, like how they call it. Do they consider themselves as living in Seoul or not? I don't know. So far, this is way more green than I expected it. And it's also way more loud. Because so far, for most part, I have been walking along this busy road. This one. And before that, the other one, under that huge bridge, elevated road. Like this is going to be the same way at least for a couple more kilometers until I reach a more residential area of Incheon. And if you are thinking that you must have heard this name somewhere, Incheon, then it shouldn't be a surprise, because Incheon is the city where is the Seoul International Airport located. So this is the city of the main international airport here. That's why you may have heard of this city. But it's located quite far from the city center of Seoul. Depending on the place from where you are checking the distance, it can be something between 40 to 50 kilometers. I see some high-rises, residential high-rises ahead of us. So that is the city of Incheon, then there is Bucheon and the central part of Seoul. All of these people, they already must have been to the Shrimp Tower because they are going in the opposite direction. On another app I see that somewhere here must be another path or trail or something. Oh, maybe this one here. Yeah, maybe this one here. Let's try and take this road. It must be more quiet than walking by the busy big road. 7 kilometers done, and that means more or less half of the way to the Shrimp Tower is already behind us. Okay, and next I think we go on this through this alley. We go here next to these gardens. Oh, a train. This looks amazing. A completely different site. Okay, so this is for bicycles. This is very, very cool. And again, I'll repeat myself, this is something that I totally didn't expect when coming to Seoul, South Korea. I was thinking that it's gonna be a city everywhere and it will be hard to escape city and go to nature, but it's easy. In Seoul, it's easy to find a park or some mountain or some trail. I love it. 3 weeks have passed and I really, really love it. And now I realize that I could have made like 90% of what I walked by taking hiking trails, because I know how to get from Bucheon to Incheon Grand Park by taking hiking trails, and from there, from Incheon Grand Park to here to this walking trail, it's only a short walk. Yeah, and that means I could have walked most of the part by taking hiking trails. But I would need to go on the mountain, across the mountain. By following the road, I didn't have to go across the mountain. What a cool city it is. Wow. I am impressed. (1.80 meters). That means I have to be careful. not to hit my head. No, I think it's not 1 meter 80. I think it's 195. Or maybe here it's 180. What an amazing city. Does seeing all this makes you feel like you are seeing a video shot in one of the most advanced cities in the world? I bet it doesn't make you feel this way, but this here, this may give you a hint that we are in a big city. A city that is home to some 30 million people. Half of Korea is living in the Seoul metropolitan area. Many of them are living in Incheon. This is Incheon here. All of this is Incheon. Soon I hope I'll be able to show you more lively streets. Not just this, not just the gardens. Speaking of Incheon, when thinking of coming to Seoul, we were also considering staying in Incheon. I read online that living costs are smaller in Incheon, and so I thought like it might be the option for us for a longer stay here. And now I must say that I'm happy that we decided to go for Bucheon, not Incheon, because Bucheon is much closer to the city center. Because you see, Seoul is a huge area. I have said it many times and I'm saying it again. If you walk out of the airport, you can walk for some 60-70 kilometers and you will still be in Seoul. This how huge is this city, and Incheon is more or less the furthest that you can be in Seoul away from the city center. Bucheon is much closer. Bucheon is only like 30 minutes on one train to get to the city center. So here is a tip for you. If you want to stay in Seoul cheaper, think of Bucheon first. It's significantly closer than Incheon. And that's 30 minutes if you are going on a faster train, and I haven't really figured it out like how you can tell the difference, and if you can see it on a Kakao map or Naver or Google Maps, but it seems like every time you take a train it takes different duration, like the ride is of different duration. Sometimes it's more or less like 30 minutes, sometimes it's like an hour, whatever. Bucheon is significantly closer to the city center than Incheon. That's the most important thing to remember here. Guys, I see it, I see the Shrimp Tower there as well, the Shrimp Tower. It is not a myth, it's a real place, the Shrimp Tower. One of the things that I like the most about these random places, about going to these random places, is that you never know what you will see on your way. I had no idea that I'll be walking along that river or that busy road or this wide bike road here. I didn't know about any of that. I just chose some point on the map, in this case the Shrimp Tower, and I went for it. Don't turn off the video, wait for the Shrimp Tower. This might be the most wonderful Shrimp Tower that you will ever see. It may also be the only Shrimp Tower that you will ever see. 2 kilometers left. Let's go across the road. I want to see these high-rise buildings. High-rise apartment buildings. I want to see them more up close, these high-rise apartment buildings. These buildings. There are a lot of them on all sides. That means I think we are finally entering the residential part of Incheon. It also means that the Shrimp Tower is not far away. We are getting closer. Habibi is here, and as always, public toilets everywhere. Awesome. A shrimp? No, not a shrimp. Is this a statue of a... Oh, I see a tourist information center. 750 kilometers. 750 meters left until the Shrimp Tower. Oh, I see it. I see the tower. The Shrimp Tower, our destination. I wonder if I will have to stand in line to get to the Shrimp Tower. There is the Shrimp Tower. It's closed because it's past 6 p.m. already. That means I'll have to return, but that will be another day, another video. See you soon. Most likely still from Seoul, and most likely I'm lying. I'm not coming back. Bye.